Sorry for not making any bedtime stories, is because I was making what if posts about TFL. That's all. Now I'm back! Since we've already done story games by Power Studios, this time we're going to do story games by Samson the 16th. And the story game we're going to do is camping. Let's read it. Once upon a time, all the players are getting on the truck and are really excited to go camping. They're all welcome to Specky Woods, so they felt free to explore the entire campsite before night is approaching. As night approached, everyone sat around the campfire to sit back, relax, and tell stories about it until Bob the monster appeared out of nowhere. They all ran for their lives and got to the cave immediately, so they're all safe. It started to rain and they all had to seek for shelter in the tents to sleep in or elsewhere. And the sun is rising! Unfortunately, one of the tents have collapsed, so instead of sleeping in the tent, they all have to sleep in the cave tonight. As they approached a deer that was stabbed in the axe, Park Ranger Daniel heard that the bear was killing off the deer and the population is decreasing, meaning that they are having a growing problem. In the campgrounds, both park rangers will be setting up bear traps this nightfall, and everyone will be safe here in the designated camping area. And night is approaching again. Now, they're staying in the cave because there's not enough room for any players to stay in the tent tonight. So instead, they had to sleep there. One player has to be volunteered to get the basket of sandwiches. Once they did, everyone will eat up their sandwiches, but some may suggest not to eat it because one of them will be poisoned. After eating, everyone's tummies have been satisfied until you find out one sandwich has been poisoned. And the player with the most bites, or the player that started taking a bite from it, gets poisoned and loses health instantly and dies. If you're lucky that you have Robux, you can respawn. And the cave collapsed, so they had to pick one side and they had to choose wisely. Once they did, it's either the flood escape or the bear escape, but it's most likely the flood. So they all had to go to the high ground immediately before they drowned. When they all survived, they reached daylight, which is sunlight, and the monster only seems to attack at night. As they investigated the blood, it came from the tent, and inside it says, "I'm still alive." And yet, night is still approaching. One of them gets kidnapped and you're gonna have to find them before it's too late. And once you found it, you have to go on that chain to save it, and yet the player is free. So then you can go back to the campsite, which is the campground, and yeah, acid rain has occurred. So you had to get in that tent. When the rain stopped, a darkness is fulfilling the forest, which is the campgrounds. So you have to go and get to the high ground before you get blacked out. Once you survive the darkness, Bob the monster came out of nowhere, and he was trying to help when he's actually not in reality, because what he did was attack them all, poison one of them, and kidnap one of them. Inside one of the player's backpacks is rat poison, so the player decides to stab it, and he's dead. What a good ending. Stay tuned for more, or you will.